Welcome to Brag House's Rocket League Showcase. Hello, everybody. My name is Blake. I'll be one of your hosts tonight. My co-host, Ernie, right here. Ernie, introduce yourself. What's going on?
Hey everyone, I'm Ernie, also known as Earnhardt here at Brag House. Like Blake, I am a huge Rocket League fanatic, and we have a phenomenal event for you tonight.
Phenomenal is an understatement, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be electric. So tonight is pretty clear cut. We got two teams. They're going head to head in a series of 7. First team to get to 4 wins takes home it all. Without further ado, right into the first game. XD eSports and HBK going head to head. Take it away, Ernie.
And right off the bat, it's going to be Lottie Lettuce is going to put a lofting shot on Hop, saves it off of his own crossbar for HPK. And you know, Blake, saving it off of your own crossbar, not the safest play.
You got to have a lot of confidence, which I think, oh my goodness, speaking of confidence with Kuya just absolutely dunking it. That was, I mean, what a start. What a start to this showcase. You know, Lottie's doing a little bit of ball chasing right now. I think he needs to let his teammates play a little bit more and him play off ball. But I like those rotations, and another dunk from Lottie Lettuce. Whew. You kidding me?
What a read by Lottie. He shoots it off of the defender for a little BM on the play, a little bit of spice to make it 1-0, or 1-1, excuse me, in this best of 7. And that's such a huge equalizer.
It definitely is. And I have to say, these decals are looking fresh. JK Faux Shizzle making it even more fresh with a new lead in the game. XD Esports going to take it 2-1. Pass was just so, he was in such an awkward position. How did he get it to go that one way? How did they have that control?
Practice, baby. It is just hours and hours of practice, and Prime's not going to get there, but the ball's just wide. Off the post, float shot by Ayo can't connect. And right now for HPK, they got to find another answer. They might have to find 2. And Ayo going to make it 4-2. And what seemed like HPK going to run away with the game early on, XD just answered back.
You know, you don't want to give him that caster's curse, though. You know, I hear you calling these predictions, and I think it's going to go back and forth. I think HBK's coming back. You know, Prime, I feel bad. That was an amazing save on their part, and just for, I believe it was Kuya? Was it? Or Ayoka?
Ayo just saved his own teammate.
There you go. He just saved himself from a brag right there. That is a brag. An own goal is a brag.
Ayo off the ceiling, centering pass, it's there. But for JK, just a little too close seconds. I think things are going to heat up. But right now, they're just...
I hope that caster's curse. I agree. That their passiveness was good in the beginning, but now it's not. And that might be the dagger. Three goal deficit with Ayoka getting a full court shot, bringing the lead to 3. I think that's the dagger for game 1. But hey, there's a lot of Rocket League to be played. What are your thoughts on this first game, Ernie?
In the first game, I mean, I think it was XD Esports out-shooting HPK. I think it was out-shooting them 15-3, something along those lines. And for me, anytime when a team can put on 7 or more shots on net, they're doing something right on offense. And granted, they had the goals to follow suit. So they're able to convert their shots and the goals. As for HPK, the little offense they had at the start, it worked, but then either something fell apart in the communication, or XD Esports just picked up what they were doing and shut them down. And I don't want to say they're not active enough, but they just got to find a little more offense, I'll say, in the midfield, because right now when they can get the ball to the midfield, but that is where they get shut down and they have to play defense again. So it's just a matter, of breaking through that midfield defense to really kickstart their offense.
Mm-hmm. And HBK does seem a little bit unbalanced compared to XD.
Was almost a triple tap. That would have been filthy. Lottie,
as they
let us
say.
flip reset team pass. Excuse me? Lottie, let us. What? The flip reset to the pass off the wall, ladies and gentlemen. That is gorgeous.
It wasn't the most coordinated thing I've ever seen, but man, did it pay off. And JK Faux Shizzle, I love saying that name, just being in the right place at the right time.
Oh, and Hop just caught a little too far forward, and Aoka gonna score with the bounce shot. And Blake, I'm sorry, I am still dumbfounded with that first goal of the game. And now with 90 seconds to go, HPK, I don't even think they've had a chance to play offense.
I think this game is done for. Oh my goodness. Ioka with a beautiful read, beautiful pass, and look at the twirl, look at the angle. Oh my goodness, just sneaks it right in for the 5-0 lead.
That pass and that shot, so satisfying. Words cannot describe. And ladies and gentlemen, I wanna make this clear. The team plays that they set up, it's not easy. You really need to focus on like where you want to hit the ball. It's difficult enough to hit the ball, but to hit a moving object towards another moving object, it's not the easiest thing in the world. He has the Alpha Cap, which, as the name said, was only given the players who played in the Alpha of Rocket League. So there's a very limited number of that item, and it's now 7-0 as Aoka gets the Hattie here. Lottie with the ceiling pinch, JK's cherry picking downfield, and I don't think that ball touched the ground once.
Speaking of Prime being rare with that hat, how about Prime being the only mouse and keyboard player as of right now in this tournament? I mean, you don't see that very often, especially in the pros. It's a very controller-dominated game.
Controllers are so dominant because it's kind of like a driving game or a racing game where you use a controller. But for me, I cannot wrap my head around using a keyboard and mouse to play Rocket League.
That's game 2. XD Esports taking it with almost ease, I would say. I hope this is not going to turn into a sweep. I really, really hope so. I really hope you didn't cast or curse us with that 7-game NHL spiel.
And looking at the stats here on my other monitor, XD Esports outshot HPK 13 rip. So for HPK, they really put up a donut factory on the scoreboard, other than Prime, who had one save. So for HPK, they got to change something here, because right now it's not looking so great.
A lot of donuts. It's looking like Krispy Kreme out here. But you see XD Esports, I mean, just loaded with those stats.
XD Esports just lighting up the back of the net, and honestly, I would die for a Krispy Kreme donut right now.
But looking over at the chat here, we love your guys' support, seeing all of you guys chatted up in here. So keep please sending them. I heard XD uses performance-enhancing supplements. I hope not. I mean, what would that even be? Just like caffeine, so your fingers are a little bit more twitchy?
Caffeine, maybe Adderall. Hopefully that's it. But nevertheless, Blake, we're in game number 3. And for XD Esports, they're looking to move to series championship point. And they're halfway there.
Did Prime end up switching his car?
He might have. Hold on, that looks a bit different. He's gonna go the other way with it. And hold on, I gotta figure out what card this is. Hold on.
Is it not a Fennec?
No, I think it's the Dingo.
The Dingo?
Yes, that is the Dingo.
And that will be a brag completed. I believe the Dingo being used is a brag completed. He must.
As that was a triple commit by XD there. They really licked the stamp and sent it, but to no avail. They're still down by 1 here, early in game number 3.
This is exciting, though. HBK coming with the lead.
Oh my!
But Lottie
What?
Lettuce says no.
This shot was initially wide. He meant to pass it too. Are you kidding me? He purposely put that shot wide for Lottie.
He was. They're just feeding. They're just feeding him. He was sticking on the wall like Spider-Man, just waiting for it. He just pops out and just pushes it right in like it's nothing.
That's just rude.
On and off the ball, you see the rotations just being a lot cleaner, and same goes for XD Esports. I think that HBK is just finally catching up. They've got their warm-up game in, because game 3, that's a pretty deciding game. You don't want to go into game 4 down 3. You don't want to be swept. You don't want that pressure. And look at that pinch.
Did they really just pinch this? Hold on.
Use the power of friendship.
No, they didn't get the pinch. Lottie was just too far forward, but ladies and gentlemen, within Rocket League, the power of friendship can take you a long ways.
That's all you need. You don't need boost as long as you have friendship and communication and rotation.
Boost over ball.
Boost over ball. It's a lot more fun to fly around the map, I guess, than hit the ball, maybe.
Also, one of my favorite reasons why I love Champions Field, which is the map we're on, there's a little announcer that'll say what a save anytime you hit like a really nasty save. It just really adds to the immersion.
That's the only reason? You kidding me? Look at this beautiful little stadium right here.
All of the little egg people packed in the stands. They're here to watch a great game. Lottie Lettuce gonna make it 3-1, and that is gonna be the dagger in the coffin with cinder blocks tied to it, dragging it down to the bottom of the lake, ladies and gentlemen.
I have to say, your choice of words is scaring me more and more every time we do these broadcasts, Ernie. They were cute at first. The metaphors were cute at first, but now they're getting a little too dark for me.
Just you wait. Wait till the next Rocket League stream, Blake. You'll have nightmares. Speaking of nightmares,
I don't know if there were cinder blocks. I do not know that if there were cinder blocks tied to them, tied to that coffin.
See, now you're adding on to it. So we're 3-0 in the series.
What did you do, Ernie? What did you do? This wasn't supposed to happen. This wasn't in the script.
It wasn't in the script, and the players aren't following it. And now I'm really sad.
Oh,
I was really going into Game 7.
Hey! Actually, keep saying that stuff because I want the caster's curse to kick in. I want this to go to Game 7.
Spam in chat, please. We need Game 7.
We need reverse psychology. You need to say the opposite so that the opposite will happen.
Yes. So then
that game, 3-2 to close it out for the 3-0 lead. XD Esports. You see, HBK. I have my stats pulled up here. They're doing a lot better. They're a lot more rounded out. Prime seems to be their prime time guy. Pun intended. I always intend my puns. But Prime is getting those 2 goals for him. Although Kuya is getting the assists, the saves, and Hop is just there to support them. I apologize, Hop. That was me.
No, for Hop, I mean, he's kind of the third man in this rotation for HBK. So, he's not doing a whole lot on the scoreboard, but he's getting the important touches to set up his teammates. And sometimes you don't want to be that third man. But when your teammates are always being kind of aggressive, it's okay to be that guy to kind of hang back and be the more defensive guy.
But to break down these players, you have XD Esports from 2, JK Foshizzle and Aoka are from Lackawanna College, which I wanted to bring this up, Ernie. I know you're not an Office fan, but do you know where Lackawanna College is? Can you guess?
Since you brought up the Office, would it be in Scranton, Pennsylvania?
Good old Scranton, Pennsylvania. I read that. I did my little research, and I was like, wow, this is meant to be. They have me casting this, and there's some dude from Michael Scottstown. That's amazing.
I also want it noted. Earlier, Blake told me not to Google where this college was from, and I proceeded to Google it.
I don't know why I even brought it up because I knew you were gonna do that. I wanted the
I have
genuine
no idea. I
reaction.
want to be right.
But anyways, that's is and then Lottie Lettuce, excuse me, is from Rowan College of South Jersey. So we got people from all over, and then Tidewater Community College, all three from HPK. We got people from all over. People from around the country come to Bragg House. If you haven't noticed, it's the place.
This is where push comes to shove. You know, this is where this is the true proving grounds in esports. It's Bragg House. No, you want to prove your school is the best in the country. You show up the Bragg House and prove yourself.
Exactly. That's exactly what you do. And if Ernie says it, you know it's right. That's what I always say. But we have game 4 coming up in just a sec. Here we are, XD Esports almost coming for the sweep.
Now hold your horses here, Blake. Game 3 was a 1-goal game. So for HBK, I think they've really figured it out on both sides of the ball. It's just the matter of, again, winning that first one.
It really is. They got to punch them in their mouth. I'll say it time and time again. It's all about the point of emphasis, which right now it seems a little bit of balance, but we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, for HBK, they really got to go for the jugular here. I mean, you have no lives to give, and Aoka gonna make it just that much more difficult.
Ooh. Oh, okay. I was going to say, there's no way he got that angle, but great way to come in and clean up shop.
That, I think for Bragg House, that would be perfect, you know? I know we got a podcast starting up really soon, and I think an HGTV type show would just mesh with it perfectly. Oh my God!
Is that allowed?
Hop, I know I said go for the jug, but... Oh, it's an own goal! That's a brag, ladies and gentlemen. That counts as an own goal.
With the pinch?
Well, no, because it was... one of the XD... The trail of the ball was orange as it went into the net. So that means an orange player touched it last for the own goal, but Lottie... Lettuce just reads it off the ceiling, off the ground, forces it through. You're down by 2. You throw everything you got. You know, you need 2 goals or you go home, and you don't get that prize of a $10 Visa gift card and 1,100 Rocket League credits. You know, you really got to throw everything at it.
Precisely. And it's looking like it. The 15 seconds counting down. XD Esports is looking like it's going to be led by Lottie Lettuce, and that was a lot of L words to use in one sentence. But 3-1 coming down. They may take the sweep. Oh, Ernie, what did you do?
As the clock hits 1, that will seal the deal. XD Esports, we're just going to keep the ball up, as is one of the first rules of Rocket League. When the game ends off the crossbar, Aoka is going to get the goal here.
That was a beautiful pass. Beautiful pass, and yes, 4-1 to close out the series. The sweep happened. But that's it.
I cursed the series.
You did curse the series, but nonetheless, congratulations to XE Esports. They absolutely deserved it. A phenomenal performance, especially from JK, Lottie Lettuce, and Aoka. I mean, all three just absolutely killer players. And we do have the stats here that I could just talk about real quick. We have not a lot of shots in this game. About 6 from XD Esports and 5 from HPK, so not a lot. That scoreboard isn't completely up to date, but the 3 goals from Aoka really pulled them through. They didn't seem to come up for the past couple games, but they really pulled through in the last one to put the emphasis on their win. But that's all I got, Ernie. Any closing remarks?
Stay safe, stay warm, stay classy, braggers.
You heard it here first. All right. Good night, everybody.